I've wrapped up my shopping for 2019. If you want to find out what I got from Sephora and Urban Decay, then stick around. I have a total of 9 products to show you, and I'm super happy to have nabbed them in late 2019 because each one of these products, it felt like, yes, I am very happy that they are part of my makeup and skincare for 2020. So let me just get right into the products. I'm going to start with Sephora and finish up with Urban Decay. So at Sephora, I did buy skincare and I bought makeup. So let me just start with skincare. I got my hands on these two little guys, and one of them is supposed to be hand cream. It's called Pumpkin Hand Balm, and this other one is called Pumpkin Body Butter. And I thought it was very interesting. There was $1 difference between the two, a single dollar. And this hand balm is 30 ml, and this body butter is 100 ml. So my expectation was that the body butter would work just fine as hand cream and be small enough for a handbag, and that this was kind of ridiculously small. And I was right. I mean, that's just the way it is. And they ran out of this one before they ran out of the body butter, which was kind of funny because I asked for, I think, 2 of them in the order and they could only send me 1. I haven't opened it yet at all, so I'm doing that right now. It has a stopper. So let me give you my first impressions of that. And it was definitely in the sales section. They were pretty much clearing them out. And I've used a lot of body butter in 2019, and I wanted to have, well, actually hand cream and body butter. I managed to finish 3 hand creams and I think 4 body butters. And I wanted to try something new, especially since it was such a cheap price. It definitely has a pumpkin feel. That's the hand cream. So let me just try the hand cream on. It's a very pleasant smell. Nothing too spicy or anything. Good, not too fragrant. The consistency is definitely a consistency of hand cream, and the only thing I'm expecting is for this one to be just thicker. I'm not expecting much of a difference. I expect it's going to smell the same. I'm opening it up because it has the cap on it as well. Yeah, it's thicker. I can see it already. So let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, it's definitely thicker. And let's try that on the hands. And to me, a thicker product is great. You use less and it lasts longer. Yeah, exactly the same smell. So let me just take a look at both for ingredients. Okay, so the formulation is different, but I have to say that water and shea butter are very high up in both of these. This one has glycerin, and the body butter has glycerin further down, but they have a lot of the same ingredients. When I feel the difference between the two, and of course I put the hand cream and then I put the body butter, so it's not a completely kind of fair comparison. They don't feel that different to me, and I've actually finished sometimes a container of body butter when there's just a little bit in the bottom and it's not enough for me to use on my body after the shower. I just finish it up as hand cream and it works just fine. So I will finish this one up first because it's the smaller one of the bunch, but I will be using this in my purse for the year. I don't think that there's any problem with using this as hand cream, even though it's noted as body butter. And I was pretty sure that I would like it, and that is why I ended up picking up a total of 5 of these, 4 each for 100 ml. To me, that was a steal. So it's convenient. It's not in tub form, it's in tube form, which is a lot more conducive to having a container you're going to carry around. So for me, that was a pretty A nice purchase, and of course it's dual purpose. I can also use it as body butter if I find that I'm not using them in my purse as I am on the go. So I'm stocked up on hand cream for the purse for the year, and worst comes to worst, I will be using it as, like I said, body butter. Next up, I bought some eyeshadow. I know, it's a shocker. And the first one of the two is the Natasha Denona Mini Lila palette. And I'm a sucker for purple eyeshadow because of my green eyes, although I don't have purple on today. And it looks like this, and it was in the sale section, and this is one that has been of interest to me for a bit. So it has the usual clear plastic top, which I'm not a huge fan of, and then the 5 shadows here. And I'm still trying to figure out what the big deal is with Natasha Denona shadows. I understand this one is not necessarily a great reflection of her quality and whatnot based on reviews, but the only thing I've had so far has been 2 holiday palettes. I have the Aries from 2 years ago and the Cranberry palette from last year. And I just wanted to get a palette of hers that was not limited edition, that was more something that's been permanent, that's been around for a while. And I have to say that these 3 right here are the ones that I'm most interested in. So I will be doing swatches and a look for you, at least one look using this palette. And just like I have a love for my little 8-pan Viseart palettes, this is a palette that I would be really happy to be able to just throw in my purse, bring along for a trip, because it is curated and it is tiny, and that was really what drew me to it, along with, I won't lie, a $13 price tag, which was pretty amazing for this palette. And all the prices I'm giving you are in Canadian because I am up in the Great White North. So anyway, yeah, 13 bucks for that. I was pretty happy. Now next up is a palette that went away for a long period of time. And it is the palette that caused me to have to wait quite a bit before talking about these purchases. And it is the Sephora Pro. And Sephora came out with a bunch of different Sephora Pro palettes. This is the editorial palette. The front looks like this. The back has all of the shadows and some ingredient explanations here. And I did open it up to make sure it was okay, because I had ordered it before and it came smashed. And I was able to talk to Sephora and send it back, and they shipped me a new one. And luckily, assuming it hasn't changed, it looks great inside. This palette came out, I think, 2.5 years ago. And opening it up like that, and it comes with a how-to lookbook. So it tells you which shadows to use and how, and there are quite a few different looks. Geez. Okay, let me go backwards here. A lot of lookbooks, lookbook ideas, I should say. Pretty happy with that. Oh, one side's French, one side's English. That's why it looks like there's so many, but there are 4, and I'm okay with that. Kaleidoscope, monochromatic, grunge, high contrast. Good stuff. I appreciate these. It just gives you a little bit of a head start on some looks that are possible with a given palette. And so this is what it looks like. I'm going to put it right next to my head so you see the size. I thought it was bigger than it is, but that's okay. I don't usually go in store to look at palettes. And it does have all the names on a plastic sheet, which I prefer to have the names under the shadows, but anyway. And this is what it looks like. And I am very interested in the vivid colors in these 2 rows, and then the transformer row down here. So I'm very curious to see what I can do with this row and these 2. And it just, the way it's organized is what got me so excited, because of the fact that there are some, well, really a fantastic 2 rows, almost 2 rows of mattes. I really appreciate mattes, and the fact that there are transformer shades along with the mattes, just multiplies the abilities, the possibilities with this palette. And when it disappeared, when the editorial palettes, not editorial, but when these palettes disappeared, I felt a pang for quite a while for not having picked up this editorial palette. And when it came back, I held off for months, literally, when it showed up in the sale section, and just really waited and thought about it. And when I was able to get it at an extra discount, I went for it. I just thought it was great. And then it came smashed, and then I ended up deciding to get it even if I couldn't get the 20% off. It was on sale already, but there was, of course, the extra bonus on it. I'm not unhappy with getting the palette. And when I did get it, did look at it, I had no regrets. And I just hope that it works, it performs as well as I'm hoping that it will. And I have to say, I paid 56 Canadian, and 56 Canadian for 28 shades is not a bad price. And they are pretty sizable, actually. At 1.2 grams each. This is a significant palette. I don't have any hope in you-know-what to get through any of these. But every time I just look at it, and I have just ideas popping into my head. So I'm really happy with this palette. I won't be swatching any of these today. I think that merits a video in and of itself. But just wanted to give you the rationale for the purchase. And I mean, I was fine with the fact that it was gone and I had missed it. I mean, that's part of what you get when you tend to be opportunistic with purchases, that some of them are just going to go and you just don't get to have it. But again, when it reemerged, I waited and really thought about it because I didn't want it to be a knee-jerk reaction to oh, it's back, I have to have it. Because I never think that those are the purchases that I'm happiest with. I really need it to be a thoughtful purchase, and this one was. This one definitely was. I would say that the Lila palette really wasn't so much, but when it was $13 and a chance to try some more Natasha Denona, to me it made sense, so I picked it up. And I think I got, on this one, I got the extra 20 off on it. So yeah, pretty happy with both of these. But now, the smallest and cheapest purchase of all. If you've been watching this channel, you would know about my love affair with this shadow. I've talked about it more than once. I ended up getting an email from Urban Decay saying, hey, your status gives you the opportunity to get $20 off anything you like. There was no minimum requirement. None. And I hemmed and hawed, and there were two things that I wanted that have been on my wish list from Urban Decay for a while. One of them is the electric pencil, which is a pretty new pencil in their line. It shifts from emerald to electric cobalt blue, and it's so cool. Like, well, I don't know if it's cobalt, but it's a blue and emerald glitzy, glimmery, sparkly pencil. And then this other one that I have definitely talked about on this channel, and it is the Acid Rain Single. I have it upside down. The Acid Rain Single. This sells for $26.95 Canadian. And they were offering me $20 off any purchase. This cost me $7, and I have been coveting it for months. I'm so happy. I did open it up to make sure it wasn't damaged in any way before this video. And this is what the outside looks like. And I had room in my collection for one last Urban Decay single to fit in my box. I just jammed my finger in it. I do not get to show it to you unused. I just jammed my finger in it. That's okay. I'm going to use that for my swatch. It happens. Makeup is meant to be used, so I'm not mad at it. Okay. Well, it didn't quite give me a swatch, so I'm going to go back in and hopefully give you a decent one. It's buttery, feels really nice. It's kind of between a gold and a lime to olivey green. It's a very interesting color. I really, really like it. It's right up my alley. And I'm really curious to try it against the Lise Watier's Stardust because it looks very similar. Let me just check out the other one. It makes me think of this one. I hope I'm wrong. It makes me think of this one. So let me just swatch that one and see what happens. Okay, no, good. It's different enough that yeah, it's different enough. So the Acid Rain up top has more of that lime green in it, and this one from Lise Wattier is more of a gold compared to the two. So that I'm glad it's not kind of a duplicate, because that would have been aggravating. No, this is good. This is really what I was hoping to get from Acid Rain. So yeah, pretty happy. It just felt very unique to my collection. I do very much like lime green on the inner to center lid, but I have a lot of punchy lime greens, and this one is more subdued. And I feel like I can get away with this one even for more serious events where you don't really want to draw attention to bright colors on your eye. I can wear my lime green and still be, you know, quote unquote appropriate for what it is that I'm doing. So this one I've wanted for most of the year, and to get it for $7 plus tax was insane. I'm so happy. I mean, that's what I would pay for a single at the drugstore, and I got an Urban Decay single. I'm happy. I'm super happy. But wait, there's more. It's only samples, but I do want to show the 3 samples that I got along with my $7 purchase, which was insane. I did get another set of the primer potion. There's a sample in it of the regular Urban Decay and the Urban Decay Sin, and these last forever. I've been working through one of these for months. I'm not exaggerating. Months. It's crazy. It's crazy how long samples last, and to the point where I don't know if I'm ever going to buy any eye primer ever again. I keep getting samples and it's crazy. Another one that I tend to pass along is the Urban Decay 24/7 in Zero, and it is the black liner that I have in my waterline above upper waterline and lower waterline. Let me just show you the inside, and it is a sizable pencil. It's about half the size of a full-size pencil. It's a lot. It's a lot of product, and a pencil like that can last you over a year. I've been working through a Zero pencil personally, and it's been lasting for months and months. It's crazy. It lasts a very long time. I also got a sample of the All Nighter foundation as well to try. So 3 samples. 2 of them would last me 6 months, along with the $7 eyeshadow. It was such a treat. It felt like a Christmas present from Urban Decay, frankly. And probably that's what it was. Really pleased. So that is it. 9 products, 8 of which came from Sephora, 1 of which came from Urban Decay. And I am delighted to wrap up my purchases with those 2 companies. And I have 1 more set of purchases to show you, which I will do in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found the products that I picked up interesting and the information I have on them interesting. If you have any of these products, let me know please in the comments what you think of them. Are you excited about them? Not. If you don't have these products, what do you think of my purchases? I would be curious to know that as well. And I thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it every single time. And I'll see you in the next video. But for now, take care.